on this bright day. We gather to be strong.
Nearly 2,500 Americans from all 50 states recently gathered for a groundbreaking summit to focus on fully integrating people with developmental disabilities into our society.
Where are you from? California.
Some were Americans with disabilities, some were their family members, and others were people who've committed their lives to helping those with a developmental disability.
Where are you from? Where? Connecticut. All right.
The summit was the brainchild of 11 national organizations that serve people with disabilities who joined forces to form an alliance, the Alliance for Full Participation.
What we want to focus on most is how we improve the quality of lives.
And the goal of this summit was to bring together many voices from many walks of life to discuss how to improve the lives of individuals with disabilities.
We need to have people with disabilities out front, guiding us.
And how to create a world with full participation for all.
You almost have to start with the attitude to be able to achieve almost anything.
Many voices, one vision. What does full participation mean? For people with disabilities, it means living life to the fullest, without labels or barriers.
Everyone has a disability. You're wearing glasses. Your disability is that.
You bet.
And so what's the difference? That's a label.
It also means the opportunity to live in communities of their choice, having access to quality education and meaningful jobs, and the chance to develop active relationships and experience quality of life.
Do you believe that with the right supports, all people with developmental disabilities can live in the community?
97% say yes. Everyone can live in the community.
So, I don't think there's a lot of debate about this.
But there are common barriers that people with disabilities find to living with full participation in the community.
Let me ask you the next question. You ready? In your experience, what is the #1 issue in the lives with people with developmental disabilities? All right. The #1 issue is lack of opportunity. But pretty close right behind is dignity and respect. What's that? Transportation. Who thinks transportation is the #1 issue? We will talk about transportation in a minute. I'd like to introduce you to our next guest, Diana Stewart. Hello, Diana.
Diana Stewart shares her everyday struggles to overcome barriers.
I have had personal care aides for a number of years, but then the state stepped in and realized that because I'm on a ventilator, in their opinion, I needed skilled nursing care. That was difficult, not being able to have things run, have my life run the way I wanted it to. Bye. I also am on a waiting list to get into an apartment building. I've been on a waiting list now for over 2 years, though, and I'm really hoping that that's going to work out. Transportation to me is a big issue. Right now, at least, I'm passionate about helping people with disabilities advocate for themselves and develop their own skills for job seeking and living independently.
So for you, getting this Medicaid waiver explained, getting to somebody who's got some answers, clearing the way in the healthcare system, those would be big. And the job.
Yes.
And the apartment.
Personal care, don't forget personal care.
Personal care. Okay, well, we're just getting warmed up here, right?
Discussions at the summit highlighted some of the greatest barriers that need to be overcome, including transportation. Reliable transportation is key to achieving independence, but too often, individuals are dependent on unreliable services.
Somebody in the room a moment ago yelled out, transportation. Talk about it. What are you up against? How do you manage with you and your clients and your foster kids?
All right, first of all, I'm going to say there's more than one group out there that does transportation. And in our experience for the public schools, we have been very fortunate. It's a large county, and it gets a lot of benefits, and that's why they have a good transportation system for the people with disabilities.
Not all counties have that kind of...
We know how bad it is. For people who want to be out on their own and be more independent and need to depend on a service that will take them from point A to point B, that's the nightmare.
I was out of work, I think, for 4 days one time because the computer system at Metro Access went down. So they lost all their reservations, so they weren't able to service me. So I was out. I lost 4 days from work. It's 4 days without pay.
The opportunity to be a productive member of the community not only requires transportation, but also desire and the proper training.
Valerie, you're looking for work now.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
I would like to do computers.
You'd like to do computers. If you needed to change something or to make something happen so you could get that job, what do you think it would be?
I would like to take a computer class.
So you need a computer class.
Yeah.
Are you in a computer class now?
At day support, but only 1 day a week.
So you need more classes. You want more training.
Yes.
Do you want to advance and do different things in work, or are you happy doing what you're doing?
I'd rather get a better job than doing caning.
Okay. You're working on that?
Yes.
Most American workers are fortunate enough to have health care coverage, but understanding and managing the requirements of benefits can be a major challenge.
You have a Medicaid waiver, right?
Yeah.
How's that work?
I'm not.
Oh, you've heard about Medicaid waivers. Who do you go to for answers?
I look for the reasons. I have good support to the program that I'm involved with.
But is this a problem?
Yes.
Yeah?
Took me 10 years to get Medicaid, and I just lost Medicaid because my husband, we make $77 over the income. It's not fair that that when it comes to Medicaid, they discriminate because you're married and take away your benefits.
So you just lost your Medicaid?
I lost my Medicaid.
Okay, that sound familiar, folks? Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Nearly 1/3 of those at the summit indicated that the biggest barrier to full participation for them is a lack of dignity and respect.
I'm tired of people going up to some of the people that I work with and automatically assuming that they're retarded, they can't speak, or that they don't deserve a choice. You know, it could be you tomorrow. Would you please show them the same respect you would expect from yourself?
You know, we have disability as a bad label. It hurts, and they are not retarded.
Okay.
They're all adults. Thank you.
As adults, as citizens, they should be provided with the same opportunities as other people to fulfill their dreams.
What do you want to do?
Be a weatherman and work for the weather report and be.
You want to be a weatherman?
Yeah.
We know there are barriers.
Absolutely.
All right, what are they from where you sit?
I have no clue how he's going to ever go to college or be a weatherman. But I have to listen to him and say, okay, well, let's just figure it out. Because if I don't, the people who can make a difference in his life, if they never hear his voice, they can never, he has no chance.
Despite the many challenges, these barriers can be overcome. Full participation starts with an essential change, a change in attitude.
Because once you get the attitude there, then the job opportunities open up, then the school opportunities open up, the social opportunities open up, because people are welcoming. People say, oh, you're just like everybody else. A life like yours, a life like anybody else's. And so if the attitude is there to begin with, that, for instance, we do this service and we will treat you like a regular customer, okay, that is really important.
Dignity and respect, opportunities for growth, housing, transportation, healthcare, training for a meaningful career. The list of desires for people with disabilities are no different than the needs and desires of any other member of our community. Together we can overcome these barriers. Together we can achieve full participation.